All right, good morning, or good afternoon, or whatever time you happen to be watching this. At this point, you should be ready to take notes on page 20 of your ELA notebook, or whatever page your teacher told you to copy them down on today. But you're ready to take some notes on using effective search techniques. Now, your teachers know from experience that many students really struggle to search effectively for good results. And so we're going to teach you some ways to hopefully locate things a little bit more efficiently. And we're going to do that by introducing a concept known as Boolean operators. Now, don't let that scary, unfamiliar term intimidate you. Boolean operators are simply words or terms that are used to connect search terms to help you narrow results or broaden results. By the way, you should be writing this down right now. Now, just so you know, Boolean operators are words that you already know. You're just going to be using them in a new way as you search for results, for resources for your research paper. The first term I'm going to share with you is the term and. And is a Boolean operator. What is it used for? Well, and is used to narrow results. When you're searching in a database, the word and tells the database that all terms must be present in your search results. So for the sake of today's example, I'm going to pretend I'm just like you. I've written my research question, I've gotten it approved by my language arts teacher, and I'm now trying to find valuable and relevant resources to help me begin to answer that question. My question is, how can teens use effective passwords to protect themselves in digital communities? Now, as I go out searching, I'm going to use a couple of key terms from my question when I begin searching. I'm going to use the term passwords and the term teens because I'm specifically looking for how teens can use effective passwords. When I use the Boolean operator and, I'm going to search for both passwords and teens, but because I'm narrowing my results, using the word and is only going to give me this area that overlaps in my Venn diagram. So if my search finds a result that only has to do with passwords, represented out here, it's not going to get it for me. And if it only has to do with teens, it also is not going to be present for me. It's only going to give me results that include both the terms passwords and teens. I'll show you exactly what I mean here. So just like you, I'm going to be using one of these resources from the Elm4U database that was shared in class. And I'm going to use Research in Context today, a middle school appropriate database of various reference works. So again, I'm going to put in my two search terms, passwords and that Boolean operator, teens. And as I search for those concepts, again, it's only going to give me results that include both passwords and teens together. And this is used to narrow my search, and that looks pretty narrow. Only 32 results. I've got one video, 20 magazines, and 11 news items. Now, again, I can look at all 11 news items if I click on it. I can see all the titles here. And if I'm interested, I can look at all 20 magazine titles to see what they're about as well. But it's narrowed that search for me. And again, the reason it's narrowed is because it's only giving me search results that incorporate both terms, passwords and teens. Many things are being ignored. The second Boolean operator I'm going to share with you is the word or. Now, or does the opposite. Or broadens results. It helps you find more information because or is used to tell the database that any of the terms can be present in your search results. So in this case, when I use my search terms of passwords and teens, it's not just going to give me the overlapping sections, it's actually going to include everything. So results that include both passwords and teens, but also passwords by themselves, and teens as a concept all by itself. In other words, you can predict that I'm probably going to get a lot more results by changing my operator from and to or. Let's see. So with my narrow search using the word and, remember I only found 32 results. If I switch that to or, which will include everything, not just the overlap, I should get a lot more results. And as I search, you see that's absolutely true. Over 800 reference materials, over 1,000 biographies, 600 images, almost 500 videos, over 2,000 audio clips, over 30,000 magazines, over 20,000 news items. Again, over 50,000 things for me to wade through. Clearly, using or as a Boolean term is not helping me in my search because, let's face it, 50,000 items is way more than I'm willing to search through. But for those of you that may be researching a very obscure topic, the term or may be helpful because it's going to help you find more results. Clearly, I'm not going to have that problem with my topic and will be much more effective. The third and final Boolean operator I'm going to share with you today is the word not. Like and, not is used to narrow results, and not tells a database to ignore certain concepts that might be implied in your search. Let me show you what I mean. So let me just hop back to my search results where I used the Boolean operator or. As I discovered, that's not going to be very effective to me because it gives me too much, so I'm going to change it back to and. And as I come up with those 32 hits, I realize there are some things that I'm not interested in using. Because my topic, I'm only interested in learning about personal passwords. And maybe I notice that some of these results have something to do with schools. So I want to narrow my search even further. I'm going to use the Boolean operator not, and then the term schools, because I do want to include passwords and I do want to include teens, but I want to exclude or not keep any results that have to do with schools. And so if that's an effective search term, my results should be reduced. Let's see what happens. And my 32 results become 28. So it didn't limit it very much, but it did focus me in a little bit more. So, a quick recap. Boolean operators, remember, are just specific words that are used to connect search terms to help you narrow your search or your results or to broaden your results. The first one is and, which is used to narrow you in or focus you in. It tells the database that all terms have to be present in your results. The second word is or. That is used to broaden results. It tells the database that any of the terms can be present in search results. And the third one I shared with you is the word not. And that also narrows or focuses your results because it tells the database to ignore certain concepts in your search results. Last but not least, remember, it's called searching because you don't find what you're looking for right away. It's a bit time consuming and a little bit hit and miss, trial and error. Stay the course. Just remember that if you use various combinations of search terms and Boolean operators, it will make your searching more effective and ultimately more successful.